I am Roland Johns. I am sim racing.
I'm Wes Fuller, driver of number 35, stand up to Cancer Ford. I am sim racing.
Hi, I'm Cameron Peterson. I am sim racing.
What's going on? It's Rob Biotti from 4i Racing, driver number 44 Toyota Camry, and I am sim racing.
Hello, I am Christopher Hamilton, and I am sim racing.
Hi, I'm Eric Andrews. I am sim racing.
We are sim racing.
All right. Sorry about this, guys. We're having a quick minor malfunction with the game, so I am gonna have to reload. My audio dropped off, so it's just gonna be a quick fix. So just give me a couple more minutes. These guys are just finishing up practice, and then we'll be back at it. Sorry about the wait.
What time does the race start? 9?
Oh, 1 second, Jaden, you're really loud.
Oh.
Alright, go ahead.
What time's the race start? 9?
Restart actually is in about 10 minutes, so we're talking about 5:50-ish.
Alright.
Yep. So let's go ahead and talk about the format for tonight's race. We'll be at Texas racing the IR18s. Qualifying is going to be 10 minutes, which they're getting ready to do, and feature is going to be 125 laps, and it's going to be a green flag run is what we hope for. So some local cautions, but nothing too crazy. Looks like I got audio. There we go. Beautiful. And just so everyone knows, trading paints is down, so we will not have any custom paints, or at least most cars will not have a custom paint, so I apologize for that. But not much we can do about it. Alright, one last thing to load, and then I'll be back to live screen. And it looks like that didn't load. Load. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and jump into the race. Looks like everything's looking good on my side. One last thing to check and we'll be good to go.
Alrighty.
There we go. All right, and we are live. Welcome to the Core Racing Indy Series. This is the race number 1 at Texas Motor Speedway, and it's an oval. Well, I guess you could call it a tri-oval in a way. And it does have 4 turns to it. And with me tonight is Jaden Cortasi. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good, man. How about you?
Doing pretty good. And also in the booth with us is going to be Jimmy Gawker. How are you doing?
Pretty good. You kind of scared me.
Well, I've been working on some stuff. 1 second. Your mic is really low. Let me try and turn you up.
Okay.
Nope, you're just quiet on my side. Can you turn
How
up
about
your
now?
mic?
Yeah, I can try to do that.
There you go, right there.
Right here?
Yep.
All right.
All right, while the session is going, let's go ahead and pull in Carl Handwerk, the owner of the series, to kind of kick it off and also do a quick lap around the track. Hey, Carl, this is Boot the Copy.
I got you, buddy.
Hey, I just wanted to let you kick off the series and then do a lap around the track, and we'll go from there.
Sounds good, man.
And 1 second while I jump into your car, and I'll let you go ahead and do your thing. We're good to go.
Alrighty. Yeah, unfortunately, this has been a rough couple nights. The way it seems here for some of the core drivers. Last night we had Bob Butler sponsor the race, and his internet was not being nice to him, and he ended up missing the race because of it. And now tonight, my teammate looks like he's going to end up missing the race because his computer just doesn't want to start up for him. He's trying to work on an old computer, but either way, we will push ahead. So the Monster Energy team will be picking up Chris Hamilton for the night.
Nice.
But anyway, I mean, this is Texas. You've seen us race here before, and you know these IR18s obviously hold the track very well. The first couple laps, you can hold it wide open and get down to the bottom of the track, and this is pretty much where you want to be the entire time. If you get above that seam in the middle of the corner, it's just going to end up taking you right into the turn 2 wall. It's really not fun at all. This one, pretty much throughout the entire run, you can run it wide open the entire time. So it's going to come down to fuel mileage in my eyes, but it really depends on if there's going to be yellows or not. It's going to be fun, but these cars really do suck up to each other, so it's going to be some tight racing and going to be a little sketchy at times, I'm sure.
Yeah, no room for touching each other.
No, and I think the biggest thing that sucks is Josh Billiter with Joka Graphics worked so hard on these paints for tonight, and Trading Paints decided not to work tonight as well. So,
yeah, as you can see, a lot of plain white cars out there.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. It's a night of kind of big old FUs, but we'll charge ahead and we'll make it fun tonight, I'm sure.
Yeah, it happens. So and it'll be fun. So we'll see how it plays out on the track. Best of luck to you, man. And looks like you got about 3 minutes left of practice and off to qualifying.
Thanks, man. Good luck up there, guys.
You got it. All right, and that was Carl Handwerk in the number 18 as he's running some laps right now. Let's go ahead and zoom back out to the full picture. All right, guys. You excited for this?
Yeah, I think this is going to be a pretty good race. Hopefully, we don't see any crazy wrecks.
Yeah, this is going to be...
gotta update my iRacing.
That's going to be most likely what happens. At least, I think if a wreck does happen, we're probably going to see some guys get plowed. Just because these things are so fragile. Some things to note about this race. They do have two fast repairs. So they have 2 cars in the pits that they can swap out. These aren't like any other car where if you damage it, you can swap out a part or fix some damage. You damage an Indy car, you're pretty much done for the day. All these parts are molded and cast in carbon fiber, so there's no hey, let's put some tape here, weld this or do that. No, it cracks and you get full on damage to your whole frame, so you have to just pull it off.
Yeah, the only thing I believe you can replace, I don't know if iRacing does this, but the front nose wing and the rear wing.
I think that front cone itself is actually part of it too. So you unscrew the cone and it takes the wing with it.
Yep.
That way, if you do take damage, it you're not risking having a broken cone. And it looks like no one has paints. That's a bummer.
Train paint's completely down right now.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Here, let me see if I can get mine working, possibly.
It's not much we can do about it, other than... I guess I could...
Train paints is always broke, though.
The other thing I could do, but this was kind of a last-minute decision to broadcast this league. One thing that I could have done is have everyone submit their paints, and then I can upload it. And then from there, I'll have it
no matter what.
Yeah, so I think after this race, I'm going to have everyone submit the paints, just in case if, iRacing does crash out again, I'll have everyone's paints ready to go. That way, we don't have to worry about that ever again with iRacing. Most of the time, people constantly switch their paints, so it's not really feasible for me to do that. But with something like this, since they're all running team paints, it makes more sense. And it looks like we have 12 seconds. 10. Before qualifying. And it looks like our fastest lap out there right now, I want to say, is a 24:46.8.
Bryson Clark?
That's Bryson Clark, yeah. Good to see him back on the track. Missed him at a couple of the races. Now he's back.
Oh,
What's up?
Someone just T-boned the wall too, right there.
Yeah, they're getting ready for qualifying. All right, they are doing a Logan qualifier, so this is gonna, be a little slower for these guys.
Oh, this will be interesting.
We have quite a few returns from last night's race. Some people that you might not have seen before is James Healy and Keith Calhoun. And it looks like everyone else. Oh, Michael Campbell, who was the commentator in the booth with me last night, is now out on the track. So we'll talk about some of the teams that will be racing tonight. We have the Monster Energy team, which is going to be Carl Handwerk and Christopher Hamilton. It was supposed to be Eric Andrews, but his computer decided to not work on him. I tried helping him out, or he gave me a call, and I tried, giving him some advice, but it looks like something decided just to really go bad.
That's a tough break.
It is. Next team is going to be Nick Nickerson and Paul Owens racing for Angry Angel Energy Drink. That is actually Paul Owens' real life sponsor. We also have Straight Tequila. That is Josh Billiter and Kevin Foster. Kevin Foster, I believe, is probably going to be running a Senor de Otso tequila paint scheme, which is a company, or his friend's company, tequila company out in Texas, which is pretty awesome. We have the the Busch Light team. That's going to be Jonathan Platt and Willie Evernham. And then we have the cool chewing or tobacco chew, which is Bryson Clark and Terry Condas, the one-handed wonder. So we have quite a field right now. On our independent line, we have Keith Calhoun. So he's going to be our independent for tonight. It was supposed to be him and Christopher Hamilton, but since Eric Andrews is out, looks like he pulled Christopher Hamilton.
He's rocking a nice Ally Jimmy Johnson paint scheme. I like it.
You can see his?
Yep, my train paints worked.
No way.
Mm-hmm. Try closing it out and turning it back on.
All right, I'll give that a quick shot.
Alrighty. Yep, Jonathan just said train paints is back up.
Yep, I'm loading it right now.
Just in time.
As I'm getting text left and right.
Alrighty, so Nick Nickerson currently top of the board by 200s over Bryson Clark.
He's had some history.
Oh, and you're right, Ally. He's running the Ally paint scheme. Who else is out there?
Joshua Billiter.
Yep. All right, let me see if I can roll through some of their paint schemes while we're waiting. Actually, we'll just get them on the track.
Did iRacing fix the shadow effects?
Which shadow effects are you talking about?
Off the cars?
With the lights?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not. It's not just holding the same.
Yeah, it still needs to be darker, I think.
I really don't know how I'd say if it needs to be darker or not. I think iRacing, since Texas is an older track, you can kind of tell with just the lighting and how everything looks that it's unnaturally lit. If that makes any sense. So like sections of the wall that are really bright shouldn't be bright. They should be like shadowed in.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. Well. I think that's something they need to do is go back and remodel some of their tracks just for their lighting and stuff like that. It kind of bugs me.
Jonathan's out on the track right now. I believe he just started his qualifying run.
Yep.
Oh, no, first lap. Oh, we got loose. Yeah, real loose then, too.
Are we seeing the same person?
Jonathan Platt?
Yeah, I don't think you're up to date on that thing.
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
I was kind of wondering how you just put down a lap and he was in turn 1. I was like, wait, what?
All right, well, we're letting qualifying finish. Huge shout out to Critical Bass Lures. Thank you for sponsoring the broadcast. Without them, we wouldn't be able to spend some money on some newer stuff and spend time on, making new overlays. And actually, that's what I'm going to be doing soon, is doing overlays by hand. Seems like no one else is around to do that, so... Hey, Jane, you want to help make overlays?
Maybe. I'll get back to you on that later.
I was thinking we just we make 2 new overlays. We make one for custom broadcasting for just you and me, and then we make one that we sell to people, because the ones I've seen that around that you can buy are really bad.
Are you talking about ATVO overlays?
Yep.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
I thought we were just talking about like little pictures you put over the screen.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down to do it. I'm down to learn to figure that out.
Yeah,
What
I
about me?
need some help with Photoshop. I don't have a
Photoshop
problem
I'm
with
good
coding.
with. I love Photoshop.
Jimmy, do you know how to write code?
To be honest, I know some. I literally just learned code like last year.
Like Java, C++, or...
Yeah, I learned a little bit of that in some engineering. Yeah.
Okay. Well, then you can help me do the coding, because we're going to be doing logical coding.
Sweet.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Luckily,
I'm
we
good with
ha-
numbers.
Fun. Yeah,
I'm good with numbers, so
I'll stick to the Photoshop work for you guys.
Cool.
I'm good with numbers, so.
Oh no, Carl Handwerk. Final
looks
3
like...
digits. Oh no.
Is it still rolling for you?
I don't know. Oh.
It looks like everyone is in the pits and no one's out in the track. Is that correct?
Yep.
Yep. All right. Wish I had commercial space for this, but I don't right now.
This race is brought to you by something.
R&B Car Company.
This race is brought to you by Critical Hit Bass Lures.
Yeah, I need some bass lures. I gotta hit them up.
You actually
I need to
should.
go fishing again.
Yeah, I do. That's not a bad idea, actually.
Yeah.
I'll probably hit them up after this race, actually, now you say that.
I think they have a Facebook right now, and they're working on a website and Instagram and all that fun stuff, so they're just starting off.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I like giving small businesses money.
It's good. Yeah, it definitely is.
$10,000.
What a beautiful wall. Texas, stars and stripes all across.
Yes, I love the walls at this track.
America!
America. And then you got the caution lights on the catch fence too. That's pretty.
I
that's
forgot
a
that
pretty
was.
cool
I
feature
forgot
they
that's in there
added
too. Yeah.
I can see that.
So we better see a wreck tonight.
We better stay wrecked tonight.
I want to see one wreck, but that's because I just want to use my replay. I redid it and I'm really happy with it and it's fun.
I just want to see the light.
Messing with new things. That's always.
It is, but at the same time, I don't want to see the field get wiped out. So I'd rather see a green flag run.
we're not gonna talk about that league.
But no.
I'm pretty sure Jonathan just told me, "Hey, Jaden, tell Moose that we're gonna crash." I don't know if that's exactly what he said or what.
Platt, please don't take out the field.
Yeah, come on. I'm cheering you on tonight. All right, yeah, for my pick, I'm gonna go with Jonathan.
I'm going whoever crosses the finish line first at the end.
I'm gonna see if we can advance the session. 1 second. Hey, Carl, this is Booth.
What's going on, man?
Hey, can we advance the session?
Nope, because Eric is actually still trying to get in here.
Oh yeah, got it.
Yeah, so I'm trying to give him as much time as possible, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Okay, because I'm just staring at a wall.
I'm just staring at a wall.
That's fine. We can talk to the fans.
All right. Okay, I'll put you back. Thanks.
Okay, thanks, man.
All right, please enjoy that beautiful wall. While we're doing that, we're gonna have a little chit chat about what's going on and yeah, about what to expect. So with some of the teams out there, people to watch out for is Nick Nickerson and Bryson Clark. Those guys are pretty killer on road. But we're on an oval.
Carl Handwerk.
We're on an oval though, so this you may have a road car, but you got the speed and close racing of an oval. So this is gonna be I think maybe oh man, I don't even know who to put it on. I would probably say either Michael Campbell or maybe a Terry Condas. I like picking Terry. He's the one-handed wonder. If you can drive and drink, on iRacing, you got some skill. And you can see when he puts both hands on the wheel. You can see when he does really well, but when he's reaching for another beer, you see him wobble a little bit.
We'll see. All right, so whenever we see him wobble on the track, we know what he's doing.
Oh, there's the champion of the arena, Kevin Foster. He hasn't had too good of a run this season, but this is a new race, a new format, a new season for Indy, and he might come out on top. He might be the one. We'll have to see how that plays out.
My pick's gonna be the guy starting on pole. Looks like Nick Nickerson.
Yeah, it looks like it would be Nick Nickerson, yeah, on pole. Running a 24.661. It's a fast lap. And then right behind him, Carl Handwerk in a 24.667. And then everywhere else. And here we go. Gridding up.
Sweet.
Looks like Eric Andrews was not able to make it. That's a bummer.
Wah, wah.
I love when they grid up like this.
Oh yeah, definitely. You see them at Michigan do this too, which is awesome.
How they do it, Charlotte? I don't remember.
Yeah, I have the chat going on right now in the race. It's pretty interesting what they're saying.
Really?
Look at all those cars. Great job on the paint, Josh Billiter. Just a quick shout out to him. Pretty much doing every single car out there. Number 10, who's that?
It's me.
Number 10.
Number 10.
I don't even see a 10.
There is a 10 out there.
Is it custom number?
Possibly. Unless, oh, number 19, that's Willie. Okay.
Okay, it's kind of like,
It looks like he did not get his paint. You know, I'll give it one more shot with the refresh. Nope, we'll just have to go. It looks like he's stuck with the Hitachi and Verizon paint scheme.
Oh, that's what he's got for me.
Yep. All right, looks like everyone's out onto the track to pace.
All right, Randall. So who do you think's gonna be some of the drivers to watch tonight at Texas?
Like I said before, you know, Nick Nickerson and Bryson Clark are going to be my first two picks in the sense of like really going to be going for it and running the front of the pack. People to always keep an eye on: Kevin Foster, Carl Handwerk. They're always consistent. Jonathan Platt's a fast racer too, so he, you know, don't count him out. I haven't really seen him too much on Indy, so I can't really tell. But I do know Kevin Foster, Keith Calhoun. I know they drive Indy in the sense of just for fun, so they might, depending on who has the most time on it, and these IR18s are new. You know, some people might be sitting in them for the first time this week.
Yeah, I think this will definitely be interesting on what we see, but I'll let you take it over from here.
And we are going to go green with the pace car dropping off. And we are green, green, green. Both Nick Nickerson and Carl Handwerk leading. Carl Handwerk leading the front of the pack. Nick Nickerson driving deep. Carl Handwerk taking the outside line. And it looks
So
like...
fanned out.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Jaden, go.
Oh, okay. So they fanned out quite a bit, really quick off of turn 2 right there. I think that's going to be a factor for early on, possibly trying to stay out of trouble on the racetrack.
You can kind of see them already pairing off into their teams right now. So you have up in the front. Actually, no, they're not pairing off for the teams. You have Nick Nickerson, Jonathan Platt, and also on the outside within the Bryson Clark. Three opposing teams right now. And then it looks like Keith Calhoun riding up behind him in the front 4-pack. Nice push in, getting a little close to...
behind.
Uh-oh.
That's Willie Everham.
All right, let's go ahead and roll that caution. And this is your caution report brought to you by Critical Hit Bass Lures. Let's go ahead and find the action. I'll be right back.
I like the new caution report.
So do I,
Me
Randall.
too. It's pretty awesome.
Pretty good.
I threw it together in like 5 minutes.
Nice.
All right, let me... Oh, yep, I see it. Oh, that's a bummer. All right, here we go. Now, if you keep an eye on the number 54 comes up, grabs the number 19's back left wheel, and good old open wheel cars snags them and spins them. Luckily, no body damage to either of the cars, so that's they got pretty lucky with that.
Yeah, great job to everyone avoiding it, and great job to Willie not putting it in the wall after spinning that fast of a rate.
Yeah. And that's going to be your caution report by Critical Bass Lures, or paid for by Critical Bass Lures. That's probably the best way of saying it. I'm not used to having a sponsor.
Well, now you do.
Yeah. That's a bummer. 4 laps in. Minor driving error. It looked like he was a little wobbly in the sense of like kind of finding his footing with the track. And these Indy cars are so touchy. That's also one thing that people need to realize is, you know, driving these Indy cars, they respond to everything, especially if you're on an oval track with nice banking. You're talking about a really comfortable drive the whole way through, and just kind of like Carl said, you can suck up behind someone really fast, pull in on them, and then swing out to their outside and pretty much overtake them. And that's just a lot of speed to just pass someone with.
Yeah, I've drove these quite a few times. The key to being fast in them, I feel like, is being smooth with the wheel and just being patient. I mean, like, I've drove them at Indy. I've drove them here at Texas a couple times. I haven't had the best of luck, obviously. But it seems like the more patient you are and the more smooth you are on that wheel and the car and not fighting it, the faster you're going to be.
Yeah, and that's also one thing is, you know, how are these guys running their wheel setups? Because I believe you can choose between an 8-tooth, a 10-tooth, and a 6, I think. Or is it a 7?
It might be a 7.
Can you double check for me?
Yep.
1 second, I gotta help my dog with something.
Yep. Alright, so you can run a 6-tooth, 7-tooth, and an 8-tooth for a steering pinion on the cars.
Okay.
All right. Sorry, I heard that in the background. So 6, a 7, and an 8.
Yep.
So I've had a little bit of experience driving the 7 and the 8-tooth. Preferably, I like the 8-tooth. It makes it a little more sensitive. But that's when you're driving a road course. I think maybe on a track like this, you would want a 6-tooth. You'd want to go a little slower on your turning rate.
Yeah, I agree, definitely. I mean, you don't have to turn as quick unless you're about to get wrecked.
Yeah, but, you know, most likely you're going to be, even then, you're if you have to turn that fast, you're too close to the accident, and you're most likely going to hit the wall too.
Yeah, probably.
All right, pace car dropping off.
Can we get more than 2 laps?
We did. We got 4. And we are green, green, green.
What do you mean you get 4 laps?
That was a joke.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're starting to fan out quite a bit once again. But look at that 3-car battle up front for the race lead, and it looks like who's that up there?
That's going to be Jonathan Platt. Looks like Jonathan Platt, Nick Nickerson, and Bryson Clark up in the front.
Yeah, those 3 going at it for the race lead, as Jonathan's going to get shuffled to the 3rd position, maybe even further back than that.
And looks like Keith Calhoun and Kevin Foster trying to close that gap in. Keith getting really close to Kevin Foster there. He wanted to make a move, but looks like he got a little nervous there and had to back off a little bit and lift.
Here we go. As you see, Jonathan, now he's starting to arc the corner. He's going to get a huge run off of turns 4 right here. And looks like he's going to jump up to the outside and try to make the move for the race lead.
And it looks like he's going for it. Still sticking tight.
Just not quite. Just doesn't have the momentum that he needs just yet.
And a nice battle breaking out. Keith Calhoun trying to make a move over Kevin Foster right now.
There was a spin. He had a great save. Let me go check who that was.
That was Terry Condas.
I believe so as well. Yep, Terry Condas. An amazing save right there.
You can see he grabbed both wheels with his hand that time. Or he grabbed the wheel with both hands.
He grabbed both wheels that time.
Yeah, he
Oh,
drives
they're
the two
wrecking
wheels
again.
too. Uh-oh.
It's Willie Everham.
Uh-oh, and the caution is out. Let's go ahead and roll that back and find that accident.
Man, I am on it on the yellows tonight.
Ooh, that looked bad. All right, stay with him. Oh, I see what he did. That's a bummer. All right, let's go ahead and jump into his cockpit so you guys can get a first-hand view of what happened. And here we go. We're riding with Willie Evernham. As you can see, he's coming into turn 3, and it gets a little too close on the apex of the corner and drops in on the exit of turn 4. Catches the apron and pretty much goes uneven. And that's going to throw him off there. That's a bummer.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to de-wedge a car, or an Indy car, I'd say, on the banking like that. Maybe a NASCAR, just because of how tight the setups are. But
yeah, but at least they could handle it.
Or at least if you touch the apron, you're gone.
And that caution report was brought to you by Critical Hit Bass Lures. And it looks like everyone else dropping in. Nick Nickerson, looks like Nick Nickerson, Jonathan Platt, Bryson Clark, but someone staying out on the outside, Kevin Foster. Kevin Foster, known to like to play the long con with the game. He tries to extend his runs as far as possible and get the most fuel efficiency out of it. So he's one guy, he'll stay out if he feels comfortable with it, and he'll keep going. Nick Nickerson back on the track, followed up by Jonathan Platt. Keith Calhoun right behind him, taking up 4th. Followed by Michael Campbell, the number 55. If anyone's ever seen Michael Campbell race, he's one of those guys that he's so consistent, it's eerie. It's the only way of putting it.
It's like there's someone driving for him, like
no,
an AI.
He's got autopilot on and it hits the same marks. He puts in a lot of time and effort into learning and racing, and also just pretty much just he puts in a lot of time and effort into just racing in general and learning about racing, and all the small minute details involved, and it pays off. You see someone that's extremely consistent. He'll run the same lines, almost hitting the same marks, probably missing by an inch or two. But seeing him race Bathurst for the 12-hour race, it really showed how consistent he was and how much of a, I guess, how much of an anchor he was for the team, in the sense of being able to keep the same position as the field spread out, kind of making sure they didn't fall behind or be too aggressive in the beginning. With any endurance race, you have to plan for the long race, and you don't want to be too aggressive making moves in the first 50 laps, where that can blow the rest of the night. That's like 2 hours. You don't want to blow a 12-hour race in the first 2 hours. So he's one of those guys that he'll keep you in the same position. They had Nick Nickerson, Bryson Clark, and Carl Handwerk, who are fast drivers, and Michael Campbell is just as fast. But what you'll see is where, like Nick Nickerson, some of the guys are grabbing positions, Michael Campbell wouldn't lose those when they passed it off. He's a very consistent driver, and he's a really hard guy to get around.
Consistency is always key, I'd say, for a road course race, and especially an endurance race. That will definitely keep your position anytime and anywhere on the racetrack.
Oh, yeah. So it looks like we might have a long night tonight, but hopefully these guys will figure out that, hey, dropping down the apron is not a good idea. Don't hug it. And honestly, with the amount of speed that these cars produce, you could probably see if a team grouped up together, they could push the outside line really fast. You don't need to get low and tight to that apron.
Yeah.
And you might even, I don't know, I've driven these before, and I find like driving the outside is much more comfortable than trying to ride that apron line. And the pace car's off.
Here we go.
Kevin Foster jumping on the gun.
Huge lead already.
Yep. Pushing it out there.
I mean, I think he might be too far ahead, because Jonathan, he's going to have a huge run catching up to him now. Oh, there he goes, breaking the draft.
And as it plays out, looks like Jonathan Platt followed up by Nick Dickerson, and looks like on the inside, Michael Campbell and Keith Calhoun. Nick Nickerson hugging and tight behind Jonathan Platt.
Here we go. Jonathan Platt, he's still the race lead. Now the outside seems to be working really well in turns 1 and 2.
Probably that draft.
Yep, it looks like Nick Nickerson going for a little bit of a side draft, but at the same time, I think he's just trying to... Oh! Kevin Foster touching the apron. And then I think he just dived into the pits.
Oh, into the pits.
Did he save it completely?
Yeah, he
Wow.
saved it. What a save.
We're definitely going to have to get that on a replay. Right down the lap. Oh, I'll right down the lap. I'm going to pull that up later. That's awesome.
Right.
Great saves by a lot of the drivers out there tonight. Getting a little too close to that apron and unhooking themselves.
Here we go. Looks like there's a challenger for the race lead, Nick Nickerson. He's looking to the outside of Jonathan Platt as they make their way through turns number 3 and 4, but they're just 3 wide behind him for that 3rd position. Oh, here we go.
Keith Calhoun pushing up to Jonathan Platt on the inside. Oh, contact.
Oh. That was almost bad.
And now they're forming up for a tight run. Nick Nickerson behind Jonathan Platt. Jonathan trying to play some defense. And no dice. Oh, door's open. But Nick's going to go ahead and stay behind him.
Let's see, Jonathan should have a pretty decent run as they go down the backstretch. As you see, just a little bit, not too much of a run. But he was able to get an edge on the ally machine down to underneath of him.
Yeah, riding in the gyro camera now, we're going to get a little closer on Nick Nickerson's, looks like either right above his helmet. But you can see how close these guys are going to get to each other when they're coming into the in this race.
Mm-hmm.
That's also another thing to note. These guys are running 24-second laps. They are flying through this track.
Yeah, that's extremely fast.
And it looks like Keith Calhoun dropping back. I think he just lifted.
Yeah, one thing I've not seen yet, a driver lay back.
Oh,
no!
no!
Huge crash! Oh!
Oh my gosh.
Oh!
Wow. I don't know if he got hooked or if he was trying to play some defense and just unhooked himself. But Nick Nickerson still able to drive. Wow. He should be able to get back in the pits. Oh, no. Got to be careful, man. You don't have any downforce. Oh, don't damage your car too much. Just take it easy.
So do these guys get a fast repair is a question?
They do. They get 2. All right, let's go ahead and run that replay and find out what happened to Jonathan Platt. Caution report brought to you by Critical Hit Bass Lures. All right, just rewatching it right now so I can find out what happened. Oh, I think we might have had a little bit of contact. I'm going to get a better angle. Oof. Yeah, that's a hard one to tell. I want to say, here, we'll roll it back now so you guys can see it. So we're following Nick Nickerson right now. He's right behind Jonathan Platt. I think his wing, or his front wing, catches his left or back right wheel. I can't tell. Either that or Jonathan Platt just wiggled a little bit and it caught up.
I think it just wiggled a little bit.
It looks like a wiggle.
Man, that's tough for Jonathan. He got stuck in the wall.
Maybe we go to the Randall cam. then we can probably see this contact.
See, I
Possible.
feel like it's contact because he wiggles out really fast.
He does.
I think it was just trying to avoid or like try to get out of his way, probably.
Let's go to his cockpit one more time, see if we can...
I'll just
Yeah,
say go to the
let's-
helicopter cam.
I want to see what his what he does. So he's going straight. Went back a little too far. So Nick
Little
Nickerson
too
behind
far.
him. Just a tad bit. Clicked it one too many times. I did go back too far. Bummer.
Maybe 2 laps too far.
Probably 2 laps. Just stick with us. Should be right about here when he's going toe to toe with Nick Nickerson. Nope. All right. Well, we'll catch it later. Once again, thank you, Critical Hit Bass Lures, for the caution report. And we are back live. Jonathan Platt back out in the race. And Keith Calhoun leading the pack. So right now, our leaders are Keith Calhoun, Michael Campbell, and Kevin Foster. And it looks like Nick Nickerson and Jonathan Platt have some laps to make up, but they're going to be back on the track.
There's my pick.
I've seen Nick
like
Nickerson
100
drive up a
laps.
field before, so I wouldn't count him out.
Yeah, we're just at the 100 to go mark, Jimmy. We got
Yeah,
full
we're
on.
we're 1/5 of the way through this race. 3 yellows, we're doing pretty good.
Definitely. All right, let's bring in one of the drivers. We're still on the caution, so we can do that and we can mess with them. Let's bring Keith Calhoun. Hey Keith, this is Booth. You copy?
I got you, bro. What's up?
Hey man, just want to see how you're doing on the track. You know, you were pretty close to that accident. How'd you feel about that?
It was crazy, man. I didn't like have any time to react, so I just got like super lucky that they kind of like they crashed, and then I kind of like just went under them or just barely missed it. I don't really remember.
Yeah, it happened so fast. Just flashed your life flashed before your eyes.
yeah, exactly, dude. I saw like them connect. I thought for sure like they were gonna collect me in it, but I got lucky, man.
Yeah, we've been lucky with a couple of the cautions. Haven't really collected anyone. It's been pretty light lately.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah, it's just been like self spins or something like that. So watching some of the other drivers race and kind of like feeling the track now, do you think that you're finding the fastest line anywhere on the track, or you feeling comfortable driving really close to that apron and possibly risking lifting your wedge?
I feel really good in 3 and 4 because it's super easy. It's just like just take it as low as possible and hold it wide open. But 1 and 2, you can play with it a little bit. Like I was trying to hold the low line and get past Platt, and like it was working for a minute, but he had the momentum coming out of turn 2 because he was taking a higher line. So
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm thinking maybe like riding the mid line in 1 and 2 and low line in 3 and 4 might be best.
yeah.
That's what I got so far.
All right, well, we'll see how it plays out for you. You're still have about 100 laps to go, so
I know.
buckle up. Luckily, next week will be Lime Rock, so that's going to be a road course, and we won't be just doing straight left-hand turns.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that'll be fun. Can't wait.
Definitely. Well, give your cat a pet on the head, and good luck, man.
Thanks, Bill. Appreciate it.
No problem, man. You can hear his cats in the background.
Meow. Oh, like my cat sometimes.
All right, so our front three, Michael Campbell, Keith Calhoun, and Kevin Foster. Deadly trio up there. Behind him, Josh Billiter and Bryson Clark, Christopher Hamilton, Carl Handwerk riding in the 7th place, Paul Owens in 8th, Terry Connors in 9th, Willie Evernham taking up 10th, Jonathan Platt and Nick Nickerson in 11 and 12. So those guys are riding in the back right now, and it looks like they are getting on to the lead lap pretty soon. Hopefully they can swing around.
Yep, so they're coming back to the green this time. You think we'll see a lot more wrecking still?
It ain't over yet.
It isn't over yet, but I think this is, once again, the first season for these guys really racing Indy. I think probably when we get into road courses, we'll probably see it kick up again, but I think tonight we'll probably maybe see one more, maybe two. But it looks like we're just getting a little bit of the driver error out of the way. You know, these guys, like, again, these guys don't race Indy all the time. So you have to, you know, get comfortable driving these cars, and kind of breaking it in on an oval track is probably a good choice because these guys, you know, get some time to race neck and neck with people and learn their spacing. And we are green. Keith's jumping on the gun. Nice lead.
I believe that is Kevin Foster in second. Now he's going to go to the bottom looking for the race lead down the backstretch as they go side by side into turns number 3 and 4.
And Kevin Foster doing a good job taking away that lead. Looks like Keith's going to stay on the outside, and that's going to open the door for 3 more people to push up.
Possibly even more. And now it looks like he might be able to fall into line now.
And being up in the front like that, you know, you do have the clean air, but at the same time, you know, it's a little nerve-wracking having to play defense with a couple guys trying to push you the whole time. You're better off kind of maybe partnering up with someone and riding in the line with those guys.
We almost had some contact between the two leaders, Kevin Foster and
Michael Campbell.
That was Michael Campbell.
Yep.
That was almost big right there, especially in front of the whole field, but
riding in with Kevin Foster right now, running in 3rd place. Looks like Bryson Clark getting up ahead of Michael Campbell. Nice, solid move. And Kevin Foster making the move too. Looks like he's going to vie for 2nd place on the outside. Oh, and contact.
Oh.
But nothing happened. A little bit of a net code there. All right. They got lucky because that was wheel and wheel.
I think someone might have had an incident because they have dropped on my ticker the number 15, Christopher Hamilton.
Nope, he is still alive and still racing.
Maybe he just dropped to the back a little bit.
I believe so.
Here we go, Jonathan Platt looking to get one of his laps back.
Are you sure he's not going to get lapped?
I don't know.
Because I believe he's about to get lapped.
He might be.
Yeah, because he would have had to push up the whole field. Jonathan Platt's about to get lapped by Kevin Foster. Actually, no, he did get lapped by Bryson Clark.
I think he actually might have drove his way through the field. Might be running up there in this, well, where P2 would be, but he's 2 laps down trying to get one of them back possibly.
Yeah, you know,
he
I
was
was
2
looking.
laps down under the yellow.
I was switching around through the field and I didn't see him if he was pushing up. If he did, great move. That is definitely something tough to do when you're trying to vie for position, is make your way up that field. Now he just needs another caution, catch up those, you know, other laps, and then boom, he's up there.
Yep, Bryson though, he's currently breaking the draft down the backstretch, but he is gone from the pack right now.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone's going to be able to catch him right now. And you can see Jonathan Platt trying to reel him back in. Looks like he's picked up the draft a little bit, but you know, every time they hit the corner, it kind of disappears a little bit on him. You need to be a little closer to grab that draft on the corner.
Jonathan's only about 6/10 off of him, so he's still in the draft, but I don't think it's strong enough for him to be able to get a big run.
No, not unless he gets kind of a they kind of slingshot, but he did close his gap just right about now. So they're going back and forth a little bit. And you can see Bryson, doing his due diligence, swinging down low, breaking his draft. And then looks like Jonathan Platt and Kevin Foster still sticking to it. And then another number 54, Paul Owens, moving his way up into third place out of nowhere. Keith Calhoun looks like he's dropping back behind the pack. I wonder what's going on with him.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw him drop back a little bit earlier.
It could be tire wear.
It could
a lot
be
of these guys
tire.
have been dropping in, grabbing fresh tires during the cautions, and maybe he's feeling a little uncomfortable, being 40 laps on his tires.
I mean, we don't know. Actually, he might have pit, so we're not 100% sure. But here we go. Jonathan finally caught the race leader.
Wow, he is pushing it, and Kevin Foster right behind him.
And there goes the freight train on the outside.
Oh man.
So it looks like they're gonna fall into line.
And Bryson Clark dropping off. I wonder if these guys are having temp issues. That might be the case, since they're pretty much wide open the whole way through.
That could be the case, but I don't know. The radiator is up on the top of these cars, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know too much about Indy cars, but I don't think they'd be having that much of a temp issue.
Yeah, I don't know either. I'm kind of curious to bring in some of the guys and talk to them during the next caution and see what's going on while they're dropping back. Especially like maybe Bryson Clark. Be like, hey, what's going on? You had a great run, and then I saw you fall back a couple.
Maybe that draft is just that important, possibly.
Yeah, it could be.
Oh, Jonathan back under 2 laps down now as Kevin Foster goes back out front, putting a cart in between him and second place.
Yeah, I'm trying to read the real-time data on Bryson Clark's wheel right now, so we can get a little feel for it, because we can actually see what he sees. Lap time, lap difference. I don't see any temp readout, so he should be okay. But they are on the higher side of their gear ratio right now. He's pretty much maxed out in 6th, and then looks like he lifts, downshifts, and then goes into that corner. So we are seeing that where these guys are having to lift off a little bit. So it could have just been a misshift.
Possibly.
Paul Owens with a great run out of that corner.
Here he comes.
Can he keep it?
Oh, here we go.
Side by side, Kevin Foster pushing on the inside. Oh, a little loose.
Oh.
And lifts. Got a little dangerous there.
Yeah, no kidding. That just opened the gap up to a pretty decent sized lead for Kevin Foster now as he makes his way through turns number 3 and 4. Jonathan Platt, he's just the... What would we call him right now?
He's a pusher. That's what's going on. He's pushing Kevin Foster. They're pushing and pulling, and so that's allowing them to break away. So you have a guy that's trying to make up a lap that's really fast, and you're the lead guy. Might as well follow.
Yeah. That draft is always going to help you for sure.
Yeah, and they're helping each other out right now. They keep pushing and pulling, so it's going to pay off for someone.
Now the field's super spread out once again, but I think we'll see them bunch, or the guys that are in this main pack up front, I think we'll see them bunch back up here shortly. We've been seeing that happen quite a bit where they'd bunch back up and then they'd fan out, and then it's just like a chain reaction, the whole thing just goes again. And
like we were talking about before, I wonder why some of those guys dropped off. If it was maybe just a misshift, or maybe they lifted too much, and just that's how much speed these cars are carrying, that even though you're just as fast to the acceleration, the other car has too much speed and he just punches past you.
Here you go, Kevin Foster still sitting behind the 43. But here comes the pack once again. Like I said, they're bunching back up again.
Oh,
looks like whoever was in 3rd place right there.
Paul Owens
I'm still trying to get
Paul Owens getting overtaken by the Bryson Clark in the 73.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get used to the names and the drivers.
No problem. I finally have had 3 seasons under my belts or 3 seasons under my belt of seeing these guys' names and numbers, so I can recognize what number. Well, see, they always change cars on me, but luckily they keep the same number, so it's always a different paint scheme. It's always a different car, so I have to pay attention to numbers and be able to like recognize who that is. So, in the long run, they've helped me out as much as it's been confusing the first 3 seasons.
Yeah, I'm just used to seeing that giant bulky number on a NASCAR.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Bryson Clark, 3 wide.
Oh.
Nope. Back down.
That could have been.
That inside line doesn't look as fast.
No, I think that middle groove is a faster line in 1 and 2.
And that's what both Platt and Foster are kind of queuing up on.
Oh, Platt got a little squirrely right there.
Yeah, he did get really close to that apron and drop down. And once again, we're probably going to see 3 wide almost as we come into 1 and 2. Nope.
Jonathan playing.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Jonathan's been playing pretty defensive up front, trying to keep that lap back. I mean, right now, if he's able to stay up front and there's a yellow, he's gonna get all of his laps back pretty much at this point.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Is Nick Nickerson? Oh, yeah.
No, Nick Nickerson is farther behind.
Oh no, it'd be Michael Campbell. He'd be the next one to get his lap back. So.
No, Michael. Go ahead.
Jonathan might need to catch him first.
Yeah, it looks like Michael Campbell probably dropped into the pits. So that's probably something we're going to see right now is a green flag pit run with some of these guys out here. And it looks like Paul Owens pushing Bryson Clark. And there he goes. 3rd place goes to Paul Owens.
But meanwhile, still out front, Kevin Foster still keeping everyone at bay. As you see, he has a huge run down the backstretch compared to everyone else.
Yeah, he's really working that with Jonathan Platt. And I think it does help to have Jonathan Platt, who's been running very fast on this track. I'm not surprised, but at the same time, like that's awesome to see that line kind of develop and him to find it.
Yeah, so he's able to keep everyone at bay as well, keeping at 1 lap down, which is always a good thing to have. You don't want to be 2 laps down.
Yeah, definitely. A little bit of passing back and forth with Keith Calhoun and Carl Handwerk. Looks like they're trying to overtake Bryson Clark right now, but a little bit of just trading paints. I'm just kidding, trading positions. Let's.
Yeah, you don't want to trade paint in an Indy car.
No, let's go ahead and go back down the line a little bit. Campbell back out on the track. Yeah, he does have 4 pit stops. Most likely he did stop for something. Looks like Josh Billiter pulling up 9th. Christopher Hamilton out there on 8th. Terry Condas. And the last person in the draft, which is going to be Willie Evernham, trying to catch up to Carl Handwerk.
Oh, wow. So I think something happened between the top runners. They are super spread out now.
Which one are you talking about?
Trying to figure out my bad.
No, you're good. Oh, Kevin Foster getting his nose a little close to Jonathan Platt, and he's going for the pass.
Yeah, 3rd on back is super spread out. Oh, there's almost some contact right there.
Oh, nice crossover. Jonathan Platt going back on the inside line as they come across the pretty much, what would you call it, the tri-oval section?
Be more of a quad oval, I believe.
Yeah, I think it is quad oval, yeah.
There you go, Kevin Foster looking for another run, trying to keep Paul Owens at bay right now and trying to hang on to that race lead.
Riding in Paul Owens' cockpit, you can see a little bit of how these guys are vying for position. Paul having some good runs and then lifting off right there. See him dropping down to 3rd. Whoa. That is quite an aggressive downshift.
Here we go. Looks like Kevin Foster, he's going to put a car in between himself and Paul Owens. And they're catching lap traffic now as well.
Yeah. Looks like the next person on the list is going to be Josh Billiter that they're going after. And it looks like clean pass by Kevin Foster, Jonathan Platt, and also Paul Owens, Keith Calhoun.
So yeah, they're still pretty spread out. We'll probably see them bunch back up just a little bit, but just not as many cars, I'd say.
Yeah, no, this is going to turn into maybe like a max of 2 to 4 racers in a pack.
Oh, yellow!
And the caution's out. Uh-oh. Let's go ahead and roll that replay and see if we can find it. And it looks like that person is either already in the pits or they are out in the field.
Forward. I don't know. Might be Michael Cambo, possibly.
I hope not. But he is back there.
Nope. It wasn't him. I don't know.
Want to say I see a black flag for Terry. Curious.
Yeah, I was kind of curious about that too.
Oh, there it is.
Was it Terry?
No. It's Josh Billiter, I believe. Yeah. Bummer. All right, let's go ahead and ride with him. Ooh.
Oh, yep.
All right, going live with Josh Billiter right now in the cockpit. Running the number 3. Comes in on the inside. And it looks like he hits that apron and just sucks into the wall. Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah, definitely don't want that in an Indy car at all.
No.
Like I said, like we said earlier, it absolutely destroys your car.
Yeah, luckily these guys do have two fresh cars in the pits that they can pull out. So they'll get those fast repairs and get those new cars out on the track. And that is going to be our replay brought to you by Critical Hit Bass Lures. And we are back.
So, Jonathan Platt, is he going to get both those laps back now? Was he out front at the time of the yellow?
I believe so. We'll find out. I'm going to go ahead and pull in Bryson Clark into the channel, and we'll talk to him real fast.
Alrighty.
Hey, Bryson, this is Booth. You copy?
Yeah, gotcha.
Hey, man, just saw you driving out there. You kind of lifted off for a little bit and kind of had to, fell back a couple positions. How's the car handling for you guys? And are you finding that, some, like, one section of the track you're having to lift off a lot, and that's possibly costing you guys some positions?
Yeah, 1 and 2 you got to lift off, especially later in the run. I've been lifting off and shifting, so you just got to make sure you do that. Other than that, 3 and 4 is wide open. I tapped the wall coming out of 10 laps ago.
Oh, okay, that's probably
I was trying to avoid Keith on that last one. Yeah, I was trying to avoid Keith on the last one, popped it again, so.
All right.
So, just getting a little tight.
Yeah, I can see that. Well, good job out there, man, and hopefully you'll work your way back up there.
Yep, try to.
You got it. Thank you. And that was Bryson Clark racing for the cool. What?
They just spun off the pit road. Bryson did, I believe.
No.
I believe on the pit exit. Oh, nope, he just had a really wide exit on it. He almost did spin it, though. It's close.
All right. I'm back alive. I was still up with everyone else doing their pits. He probably just came out a little too hot.
I think he did. Gas pedal is very touchy in this car.
It is. I enjoy these. These are fun to drive, but
they are.
Road course, I'm more of an 8-tooth guy. Oval, I'd probably swap down to a 6, just because I don't want it to be that sensitive when I'm on the course. I don't know if these guys are running open or fixed. I believe it's fixed, but I think they have some leeway where they can adjust some of their setups.
Yeah, for me, I'd probably like it not as sensitive since I drive a stock car and I'm used to like what's the opposite word for sensitive? I can't think of it.
Just
it's just not a sensitive feel.
Yeah, it's just not a very sensitive.
Yeah.
Dull, I guess.
Yeah, there we go. We can go dull.
All right, we are almost at the halfway mark. That's not too bad. We had a, what, 40-lap run for a caution?
Mm-hmm. I believe so. Let me see. I believe it was a 40-lap stint.
Close to 40.
Yeah, it was somewhere around there. So a nice green flag run for the field. Everyone gets a feel of the car for the longer run.
And then now we get these guys to get back in. Hopefully those guys are getting their wave rounds to get back onto the lead lap.
Yep, Jonathan Platt, he does have his lap back now.
Now we're just waiting on Michael Campbell and Nick Nickerson.
Oh, no, maybe not.
No,
I think ATVO's messing with me right now.
Yeah, it doesn't show him on the lead lap.
No.
I guess we're not doing wave rounds. And the pace car is dropping off.
Here we go.
It's on Kevin Foster. He steps on the gas. Green flag's out.
Huge jump right there. That was a great restart for Kevin Foster right there.
Yeah, great push. Large gap between him, Keith Calhoun. Terry Conda's up in the front in third place, followed up by Willie Evernham. And then Paul Owens rounding up that top four. And that gap is going to stay.
Mm-hmm. I think we'll see a pretty big run come up here shortly with these fresh tires. It seems like the fresher the tires are, the more racy it is up towards the front pack. But you'll see Keith, he'll probably have a huge run at some point once they don't break the draft on the backstretch.
Yeah, I think Keith is going to maybe queue up on that line both Jonathan and Kevin were running. Mm-hmm. And maybe start speeding up. Hopefully he noticed it, but looks like Terry Conda is really pushing to grab that inside.
Yeah, going 200 miles an hour through a corner. That's fast.
Yeah, if we pull up our drive along right now. So once again, Terry Conda is. Oh.
Oh.
Oh no! He grabbed the apron.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
A beautiful save by him, but I believe we just tied up.
We just had someone going to the wall. That was Paul Owens. Him and Bryson Clark made some pretty heavy contact.
Yeah,
in the quad oval.
I'm trying to see if he's got any damage on him.
I think it was more of a netcode situation, but Bryson Clark does have some right side damage on it.
Yeah, and I did see Paul Owens grab him. Oh, that is a bummer. Paul's front wing is trashed.
That is a huge.
That's
not good at all.
No, he's gonna have to be very careful.
Mm-hmm.
But the race continues.
Yep, Kevin Foster's still out front with about a 0.3 of a second lead.
And still
over
a fight.
Willie Evernham.
Fight for the lead with both Willie Evernham and Keith Calhoun going back and forth.
Yeah, where did Willie come from?
Willie stayed out. Keith
call.
Calhoun touching the apron, and he's going sideways. Can you see it?
Sideways!
And into the pits for him. Oh no, he decides to take the green. And he's back on the track.
Everybody getting antsy on that apron.
He's just hugging it too close.
It's like all-star qualifying here or something.
Yeah, something's going on. These guys like getting close to that apron. I mean, the closer you are to a yellow.
And we have a yellow. Yeah, I heard two people hit there.
Oh, Joshua Billiter.
Man. Yeah, Joshua Billiter. Let's go ahead and run that carnage report, caution report, and see what happened.
Oh wow, that's a hard hit.
Oof. Speaking of getting tight, here we go. Watching Joshua Billiter. It looks like he's just going. He's going, and his car locks up on him and just takes it straight to the corner. I don't think he downshifted. Might have been the cause. That's a bummer.
Yeah.
Luckily, it looks like his engine is still viable, and he's able to roll back into the pits.
That's a pretty wild flip right there.
Yeah. Usually those Indy cars, the moment you do that, they're trashed completely. These things are really... Oh,
I think
maybe
they're
not.
a little too strong.
No, he's pulling. He's pulling to the right.
Oh, no.
Watch it. I'm trying to get back into the pits right now. All right.
I wonder what caused him to go straight there, though.
Maybe he didn't downshift.
Possibly.
And he's back in the pits along with everyone else. And we are back live, riding in the booth with or riding in the cockpit with Keith Calhoun right now. Let's go ahead and bring in another driver. You guys want to pick someone?
You doing Willie?
Yeah, let's bring in Willie.
All right, Willie Evernham, your ticket has been called. Hey, Willie, this is Booth. You copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, you've been having a kind of rough race, but it looks like you're back out in the front right now. Did what you do best, which is time your pits and stay out when you need to get back up in the front pack. How's the car treating you right now?
Hold on one sec. You know, it's different. I haven't had a lot of time in these cars. It gets a little tight on the old tires, so time in the corner and all that stuff, it's still getting a little used to. I basically took the first half and rode around and had a couple incidents and got myself spun around there, but I don't know. Just feel pretty comfortable now. Got some pointers from a teammate. Feeling pretty good, though.
Awesome. Yeah, it looks like Jonathan Platt is queued up on a line. I'm not going to say which one it was, but has he told you about that yet?
I'm gonna let him tell you. You know, that team stays in the team chat, stays in the team chat. You know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm pretty sure he queued up on a line. I'm not gonna point it out for anyone else to find out. But I was just wondering if he gave it over to you yet.
Yeah. You know, me and Platt, I didn't really give it over. Me and him had a pretty good conversation about it.
Nice.
Like I said, what stays in team chat.
Definitely.
What happens in team chat stays in team.
Much agreed with that. All right, man. I'm gonna put you back. Good run today, and hopefully you can utilize that line.
Yeah, let's hope what happens and see what happens, man. I don't know. We've got a long way to go.
Do you think you're going to be doing a push and pull with Jonathan Platt? Hopefully it gets up to you and you guys can kind of do a team draft.
I don't know. You never know. We're pretty good drafting at super speedways and stock cars, so
Yeah.
Who knows what happens with Indy cars.
All right, man. Thank you for popping in the booth, and I'll talk to you later.
10-4, man. You have a good one.
You too. All right, that was Willie Evernham running in the number 19. It would be Busch Light, but right now he's got the Hitachi Verizon.
So, Randall, I got a challenge for you right now.
Okay, what is this challenge?
All right, for next caution, we got to bring up everybody into the booth, and we got to get everyone to at least say something.
No.
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 That means hellbreak cruise.
Just no.
No. I like where your head's at, but no. All right, so to round out our top 5, we have Kevin Foster, Willie Evernham, Carl Handwerk, Christopher Hamilton, and Keith Calhoun.
Where did he come from?
He worked that caution. Pays some time.
So Jonathan, he's now back on the lead lap as well. Got the lucky dog.
Yep.
Is my boy back on the lead lap yet?
Nick Nickerson is 4 laps behind.
Oh, my. 6.
Oh, sorry, 6 laps behind.
You can't read.
I'm looking at his INT, not his gap.
Oh, his incidents.
Yeah. 4 laps.
Oh.
I can read. I'm just looking at a different stat.
Okay. He saw 4, so he said it.
I did. And it looks like Michael Campbell's out of the race. That's a bummer.
Oh, that's a tough break.
Yeah.
Man, that was my pick. Oh, wait, that was my pick? No, it wasn't.
No, yours is Nick Nickerson.
Yeah, my pick's still up, though.
Nick Nickerson, never count him out. That guy will sneak up on you. You know, he is a couple laps behind. He just needs to get back up to that front. And his car looks clean, so he might just be trying to stay clean right now and get himself some points. And the pace car's lights are off. Get ready for the green flag. Kevin Foster holding up the group. And he guns it.
Yep, another huge jump.
And we are green, green, green with Kevin Foster taking the lead, followed up by Willie Evernham. And on the inside, looks like Carl Handwerk trying to vie for position. And he has his teammate with him right now, substitute teammate, Christopher Hamilton.
So as they make their way into turns number 3 and 4, Kevin Foster, a decent-sized race lead over Willie Everham. I think they're closing pretty rapidly though as they make their way into turns number 1 and 2.
Yeah, and, I think Willie is queuing up on that line a little bit. You can kind of see where he's at. I'm not going to give it away to anyone, but you can kind of see where he's driving on the track right now, him being in second place. But they're closing that gap behind Kevin Foster. They're going to get a little closer. Now it's just who's gonna swing around and take the lead.
There we go. Side by side for the lead, right at the line. See, is that top group? That top group is faster in turns 1 and 2, excuse me.
Yeah, it is.
But I think he'll be able to. I think Willie will be able to clear him in off of 4 right here.
Kevin Foster's a hard person to get around. You may be able to clear him a little bit, but he'll stick to you like glue.
Oh, yep.
And you see
just
him,
like you said, it's still there.
And Kevin Foster's going to ride really close to you too. So you're looking at that where he's getting, maybe a foot away from the guy, just trying to give him a little bit of pressure. Say like, hey, I'm still going to push you. And
you see him with the big run down the backstretch.
Yep.
He ain't giving up.
No, I would never count him out. And you can kind of tell these guys are running on 8-tooths, that they're a little touchy out of some of these corners when they go to recorrect themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Where, you'd see with this, like a 6-tooth or something like that, maybe a little smoother run. Whoa! Kevin Foster getting a great launch. I think Willie might have lifted there.
I think he had to. He dove it in pretty deep right there.
Yeah, trying to avoid the apron of doom.
Yeah, no kidding. You see, everyone's still in a big pack pretty much behind him. You got a whole bunch of 2x2 racing behind him as well.
Yeah. And the pack is pretty much grouped up all again, which is nice to see everyone kind of back on the main run.
Mm-hmm. Because you got a 3-car breakaway though, currently for the race lead, but that shouldn't last long as now they're going to go side by side for the race lead into turns number 1 and 2.
Christopher Hamilton dropping back out of the lead. That's odd.
Mm-hmm.
He's having such a good run, and then he's dropping back down again. Nick Nickerson looking to get around him. I feel like they're just buying time right now.
I think they're kind of playing it safe, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it feels like, because usually Christopher Hamilton, Nick Nickerson...
Oh, I wouldn't say that. They just about wrecked for the lead.
Wait, are you talking about Willie and Foster?
Yeah. They almost wrecked in at the start-finish line right there.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, there's some contact.
Kevin Foster giving him a nose.
That's pretty dangerous.
Yeah.
Oh, the wrecking saved it, maybe.
Who?
That was, oh no, that Thierry Conda's hit the inside wall. Front nose is gone on that number 32 racing machine.
Uh-oh, and no caution is out, so we're still green.
Yep, he spun it down to the apron.
Ah, he saved himself. Kevin Foster, the clean move up and around both Willie Evernham and looks like Carl Handwerk and Bryson Clark coming up into the front of the pack, getting ready to fight.
Here comes Jonathan Platt as well. He's making that car as wide as possible, trying to use up every inch of racetrack there is.
Let's go ahead and jump into Jonathan Platt's cockpit so you guys can see what's going on with him and what he's deciding to do. He's got quite a bit of cars to go up. He's got his teammate up there running in second place. Can he jump 2 positions? And he's pushing him for one.
He's making one of them, yeah.
Here he goes.
And looks like he's locking in behind Bryson Clark.
Oh,
Carl Handwerk doing a good job staying on the outside, not letting him hook up with his teammate.
Yeah, we haven't talked much about Carl Handwerk tonight.
No, he's been pretty mellow the whole race.
Pretty quiet.
Going to lap 91, about 34 laps away from the finish. That is going to go by real fast. We're talking about 15 minutes max on the track if no cautions come out.
Yeah, not much time left at all.
Actually, it's going to be less than 15 minutes. These guys are running sub 30 times. Look! Oh, whoa! Bryson Clark almost getting into the back of Willie Nevernham, and Carl Handwerk taking that opportunity. Nope, he decided to
check
pull
up
out
quite
of
a
that.
bit.
Yeah.
Well, the rain, from what we know, is on the way. About 13 minutes, 57 seconds out.
Yeah.
That's what I like to call it when the timer ends, is rain. But you see the field's starting to spread out just a little bit, but not too much. Oh! Jonathan pushed huge right up in front of the 18 of Carl Handwerk.
Yeah, and he's still got some speed he's carrying through that. Carl coming back with a rebuttal.
Here we go. Meanwhile, 3-car battle up front for the race to lead and make that 4.
Carl Handwerk wanting to be a part of this.
I think it's about to turn into 7. Willie not giving up on that top line for that second position.
Riding it on the nose cam for Carl Handwerk. You guys can see how low these guys are to the ground. Inches.
Literally.
Yeah. About the same thing.
I think they have a 2-inch gap is what it is. It looks like a 2-inch gap.
Here, let me check the ride heights real quick for the setup for this race. Give you that. Yep. 2 inches.
Yeah, that is...
Good call.
That is... Yeah, that's what it looks like. That's close. I leave.
Yeah,
that
really
explains why when these guys touch the apron, you're pretty much, you know, like
You're
you
done.
said, you break your
You're
arrow.
done, yeah.
Yeah. You, so much speed and just all that you become a plane. You just lift.
No kidding.
You just like black ice right there. You're like, oh, there you go. I'm gone.
American Airlines.
Hydroplaning.
American Airlines.
So it's a 4-car battle for the race lead right now. See the guys behind them closing in just a little bit, not too much. They've been the guys who have closed in, fan back out.
Whoa. There's a fight going on with Jonathan Platt and Paul Owens. I just caught them swerving around. John not wanting to give up position to Paul. And a clean run he has coming into the lead group. Oh, nope, dropping back down behind Carl Handwerk.
Seems like those cars are really tight behind one another, besides on the straightaways. So possibly some aero push coming into play at this point.
Yeah, that could be a thing. I mean, it is a thing. It could be. It could be something that's happening.
Oh my gosh, it may or it may not be. Let's hope it isn't.
Schrodinger's arrow push.
So everyone's starting to single file out a little bit, but they are still being, still trying to race pretty hard.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to stick to it.
And that rain's still on the way, man.
Yeah, we're getting down to to 20.
Maybe some tornado warning.
Uh-oh, and contact. Paul Owens.
Oh, the wrecking.
Oh, they're...
How did they not wreck?
Was that Paul Owens? I was for sure on that, right?
Yeah, Paul Owens.
Yeah, saves it after touching the wall and bouncing back up. Let's go ahead and get that again. I want to catch that so you guys can get a nice overview. We'll go to a quick replay.
That was a great avoidance by Christopher Hamilton.
Maybe some tornadoes coming in. Who knows?
All right, here we
Tornado
go.
warnings. Tornado watch, maybe.
Paul Owens getting loose on that straightaway, not clipping the wall, getting close though, inches away from it, and then Christopher Hamilton doing a great dodge.
Yeah, I wonder what happened there. Just randomly snapped on him.
Yeah, I
Did he
think
get
he
in the
might have hit a pebble or something.
Did he maybe
there
clip
might
the
have
grass?
been a penalty.
Possibly.
There might have been a little penny sitting on the ground. He wanted to pick it up real quick for a good luck charm.
Yeah. No, he could have clipped the grass. It did look like he dropped down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're entering the final stretch. Keith Calhoun making a move, getting ahead of Carl Handwerk.
Oh, Jonathan Platt down pit road. Are they not going to make it on fuel? Is my question now.
I have no idea. That's something I should have asked.
Yeah, Jonathan, he's down pit road right now.
And you know, some of these guys might have been running a lighter set so that they could have the speed out there. And that, you know what, that could have been the tip that he gave Willie, is that he's running low. He's running lighter on fuel, expecting the caution runs to play a big effect.
Possibly, but right now that just backfired on him if that's the plan.
Yeah.
Because now he's back under a lap down. So Kevin Foster's pretty much gone with the race lead once again.
Yeah, he'll do that on you sometimes.
Not saying it's not a bad thing. You got Carl Handwerk in second, Willie Everham and Bryson Clark going at it. Oh, the wrecking
no.
I think the strategy just worked perfectly for Jonathan.
Man. Yeah. Wow. All right, let's run that again. That was insane. Looks like they're... Oh, guys, wait for the field to clear.
I don't know if Willie's got any. I don't know if he's able to turn right now.
I don't know, but he might need a toe in. That would be bad.
Oh, no. Oh, he's able to turn. He's struggling, though.
Oh, man. All right, I got the accident right here. Going live. Watch Willie on the outside. He comes and stiffens up out of that corner like it happened to Josh. Touches the wall and then collects Bryson with him. Oh, that is a bummer.
They got a good amount of air a little bit.
That is going to be your caution report, brought to you by Critical Hit Bass Lures. If you're not fishing with Critical Hit, you're not going to catch anything.
But I just got a 5-pounder.
Yeah, well, you'll catch a bigger one with Critical Hit.
Solid point.
Because if it's not a critical hit, you're not doing your max amount of damage to the fish.
Yeah, no kidding. My line snapped when I pulled him in, too. So I had to drag him. I had to go into the water and get him.
See?
No wonder I'm sick of fishing.
I was like, I ain't losing this fish.
I've never seen someone run in after a fish. Or did you have him like almost out of the water? Is that what it was?
He was laying on the bank, and he was about to flop, I'm guessing. So I just went down there, freaking went for it. I mean, my bait was still inside his mouth, too, so it all came out.
Nice.
So Jonathan should be the lucky dog, I'm guessing.
Possibly.
Yep.
Kevin Foster snagging again that front place, or first place. Oh, wait, no, Willie stayed out.
So Jonathan, since these guys beat Jonathan out of pit road, Jonathan is going to have to start from the rear now.
Nope, he is actually... Oh, yeah, he will be starting the rear, but he is also... he's on the lead lap.
Yep. So he's still in contention for this. I mean, the rain is only 7 minutes away. We got... we know how many laps going.
We got a total of, I don't know, 14 laps,
yep.
I'm assuming.
You say
Actually,
14?
no, it's not 14. It's
like 19.
Yeah,
19.
Yeah, I was
19. Yeah.
You are correct.
We are terrible at math.
It's just an odd number to do right there. That's 107 and 125.
Yeah.
That means I have to minus the
Jimmy,
one,
you're
carry
a math
the one
wizard,
over.
so
It's not 19.
You
7 minus
complete
7.
No,
minus
you complete. No, you complete on lap 126. We hit lap 126.
Oh, okay. So you're just counting ahead. Don't cheat like that, dude.
Right now, between 107 and 25 is 18.
Yeah, you're.
But we have 19 to go right now.
You're cheating.
I think Jack. Yeah.
You can't do that. I'm revoking your math skills.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Jimmy's gonna be our Larry Max statistical analyst.
Thank you, Barry, for correcting Jimmy. 18.
Now
Jimmy,
it's 18.
Yeah. Now.
It's
Now
18
it's
to go
18.
now. Because lap 125 is the one to go.
Hey, at least I'm not pulling out a calculator. I'm trying to do it in my head. Yeah, Barry, it's been a pretty good race so far. We've had a couple hiccups, but mainly small driver error. Nothing like, crazy in the sense of like, someone like plowing into another person and turning a whole group. It's been like maybe one person or two people get collected, which is really nice, especially for Indy. Most of the time it's someone spins and the whole field just decides to not lift.
Archer brakes.
Yeah. I don't think they even install brakes on these things.
Nope, probably not.
Now it looks like both Josh Billiter and Nick Nickerson are going to get a wave around.
Is there still a chance?
Yeah, they're up in the front. And I think Terry Condas is up there too, so we're probably going to see a couple guys get a wave around.
So Nick Nickerson, he is 5 laps down. Terry Condas 2, and Josh Billiter will be 1. As you see, the 3 of them will get 1 of their laps back.
Yep. And there they go. All right, so our top 5 for tonight will be Kevin Foster, Carl Handwerk, Keith Calhoun, Paul Owens, and Christopher Hamilton. That's going to round out our top 5 running for the next 17 laps before it rains, apparently.
Yep, it's a big thunderstorm. We got a supercell off to the east side. Or
tornado
no,
warning.
Back.
Tornado warned right now?
It's tornado warned.
Since we're in Texas, tornado warning, tsunami warning, monsoon warning, obviously. Possibly a hurricane coming through, too. You might as well just batten down the hatches and drive these cars home, because it's going to be bad.
At least helmet-sized hail, I've heard.
Oh, wow. Body-sized raindrops. It's going to be pretty crazy. We'll see these cars hydroplaning like crazy now.
I thought about to say hydroflask.
New Indy series and involves scuba Indy. They have to dive.
It's like Mario Kart now.
Yeah, they have to dive through the ocean. You think they'll ever do that with racing? They'll have like a multi-class car that can do both water and. Oh, never mind. We'll get back to the race. Green flag coming out.
Here we go.
Kevin Foster on the lead again, punching it. And on the tail, or on the hunt, we have Keith Calhoun and Carl Handwerk.
All right. Let's see if they can beat the rain for the finish right here.
I think they can.
Riding with Keith Calhoun right now. A man with many cats. Riding in second place. Oh, nope. Looks like Carl Handwerk in second place.
Jonathan, you got to watch out for him. He's on fresh tires compared to everyone else, I believe.
Yeah, so he's probably going to be pushing up that field real fast. And
sure.
Keith Calhoun
Yep,
second
look
up
at
into
him
Kevin
already
Foster.
go! Huge move! That was very risky. Oh, Jonathan no! To the inside wall!
Oh, no. And that is going to be the next caution for tonight. Let's go ahead and get that on a replay. Brought to you by Critical Hit Bass Lures. That's a bummer.
That just might seal the deal for the race right here.
And here we go with Jonathan Platt. Oh my gosh, getting pinched on the inside, trying to make that move. And I think he stiffens up. No. He got loose on the back. All right.
Carl got into the back of him, it looks like.
Yeah, I'm going to go with another angle. Hold up on that as we come into the straight.
Oh, that was a hard hit.
Haven't seen it yet. Give me a second. Oh, yeah, no, he touched him. Deuces.
Yeah, well, shot.
Deuces.
Yeah, that was brought to you by Critical Hit Bass Lures. If you're not fishing with Critical Hit, you're not going to catch any fish at all. Nothing.
I got me.
Up for my new fishing lure to get my 10-pounder.
Exactly. If you want a big fish, you got to use Critical Hit. That's how you take down the bosses.
I think Carl just overestimated the nose right there, getting into the back of him.
Yeah,
or underestimated it. And that's a tough break for Jonathan. He's just coasting around the racetrack right now.
Oh, man.
Oh, Jane, there goes your pick.
I don't know. He might have a faster pair left.
I think he does. He should have one left. Let's watch him. We'll stick with him.
Maybe get some fresh tires.
You can see right now he is really pulling to the left. His steering wheel is all the way to the right.
Yeah, it literally is.
Yeah, oh no, getting a little too close to the wall. And most likely he has it fully rotated too. Oh, gotta keep it straight.
Oh. Yep, here we go.
Another fun fact about iRacing is trying to keep your car straight while you bring it into the pits.
This will be interesting while he goes into his box.
It will be.
Usually I always spin it.
Paul, they're currently working on a website, but Critical Hit, I believe, has a Facebook. I'll have all the links posted by this week so people can find them and figure out where they want to purchase their Critical Hit bass lures. Boom.
Oh,
Faster
Jonathan,
pair.
you drove through too many stalls, buddy. No, I'm kidding.
And he's back out on the track. It's nice when these Indy cars, these teams are, they have a lot of money and they can afford to have 2 full cars in the pits.
I know, man. They're just sitting there ready to go. It's like they just pick them up and drag them over the wall real quick.
You a crane?
Well, what happens is when they're coming into the pit, is they pretty much into the next stall, they put one ready, so the guy just hops out, hops in the other one, and then they just, they have, like
they don't even do their seatbelts or anything, man.
No.
You're gonna take off.
It's like a roller coaster seatbelt.
I have to worry about that.
It's actually an elevator system. It drops down and then comes back up. That'd be kind of cool. I wouldn't mind seeing that.
That would actually be pretty cool.
I got stuck in an elevator.
Oh, gosh.
Would you like to tell us that story?
So, yeah, we're on vacation. We're in the Hilton Head, and we get in the hotel, and all of a sudden, we click on floor 5. It shot up immediately like the floor 8.
Wait, what?
It was going up and down on floors.
Uh-oh.
Oh, gosh.
And then when we got out, it stopped. It stuck.
It just stuck there?
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Luckily, we got out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's scary. Me no like elevator.
I don't think I've ever had an elevator stick on me, and I've been in a lot of hotels, so I don't know.
Yeah, I've never had it happen to me. Oh, gosh, I just jinxed myself. Knock on wood.
I don't know. I wouldn't mind the experience. Be interesting.
Oh, what?
Something new.
Get room 13. Best room out there.
Oh, the cable just breaks.
It's what, 213 or what's? It's not room 13. What's the room? It's 20. 207. Yeah, room 207. That's a good movie. Really sad movie too.
I've never even seen it.
If you like spooky movies, watch it.
Oh, it's like kind of like a horror.
It's more of a.
Did you say a horror?
No, horror.
Horror.
Oh.
It is kind of a horror movie, but it's more like jump scares mixed with psychological like suspense.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't like it.
Jay, I'm gonna make you watch it.
I already get enough jump scares out on the racetrack.
Heart to see a car spinning.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, get a wake up call.
Literally. So we're about to be coming back to green.
What time we got left there?
The rain is only 4 minutes 40 seconds away, so it's paused right now, which is weird. So I wonder if the timer is paused while they're under yellow, possibly? Oh, I wonder if that's actually the estimate time, Randall.
Yeah,
because it's a 2-hour session.
Are you looking at the top estimate time that says R/404?
Yeah, is that estimate time?
Yeah, it should be estimate time 4 minutes 40 seconds.
Oh, dang. So we got no rain.
Well, the thunderstorm has dissipated. There's no tornado warning anymore.
The hurricane has gone a different direction, and we are getting ready to go green.
And the tsunami. And
here we go.
Kevin Foster with another quick shot, but Keith Calhoun and I believe that is Paul Owens not wanting to let him go.
I'd keep an eye on Jonathan again. He does have the fresh tires. We'll see if he'll make any more crazy moves.
Christopher Hamilton making a move on the inside, getting around Keith Calhoun. Solid push. Looks like Keith's dropping behind Bryson Clark.
10 laps to go for these guys.
And it looks like Christopher Hamilton really woken up the beast there. Look at him go. Pacing himself for the whole race. Paul Owens getting a little loose.
Jonathan, he's looking underneath the Ally machine. Not going to be able to get there just yet. But meanwhile, battle for the second and third spot.
Whew.
Or second and fourth, excuse me.
Carl Handwerk pushing up against Jonathan Platt. Looks like we have a battle between Christopher. Oh no! Bryson Clark clutching the. Oh my gosh!
This.
Oh no!
Oh!
Carl gets turned by Jonathan, I think.
I think so, but he's still alive and he's back out on the track. And the caution's out. What a lot of action we have to coverage. Let's go ahead and hit that up with the
Bring it out, bring it out.
You know, I think we got another storm starting up.
Is it tornado?
All right, let's take it from the back. We'll start off with Jonathan Platt and Carl Handwerk and then work our way back up to the front. So we are locked onto those guys. They dodged the accident. And looks like, yeah, Jonathan Platt just comes into the back of him and hooks him. Don't think that was intentional, but it does happen.
That sounded like he was trying to lift and not wreck him. It was just a chain reaction there, though. When you have a car shooting up to the top of the track like that, you expect him to come down.
Yep, and the next one is going to be Keith Calhoun taking a dive on the inside.
So I think we got a storm brewing right now between the 43 and the 18.
Wow.
Sounds familiar.
You know what?
Sounds familiar.
I want people to see this because this is going to be amazing. Now, we're riding with Christopher Hamilton, and he literally dodged a bullet. Actually, no,
right,
he drove through the eye of the storm. That makes you pucker up real fast. And once again, that was brought to you by Critical Hit Bass Lures. They are bringing us tonight our caution report. That was a little rough for me.
Yeah, I just saw that on stream. That was...
Yeah.
That was close.
All right, back in with Christopher Hamilton, and the caution's going out. We have probably going to be ending this, I would say, 2 laps to go.
I think we're going to get it. Might be a 3-lap shootout, actually. We've been under caution for, I believe, 2 laps? 2 to 3 laps?
Yeah, he does drive really smooth. But it's weird. Hamilton's someone you got to keep your eye on. But yeah, I think we'll have like 2 to 3 laps.
So Jonathan Platt, currently on the freshest tires out of them all right now, besides the guys that just went down pit road. I'm guessing those were the people involved in the wreck.
Yep. So we have up in the top 5, Kevin Foster, Paul Owens, Christopher Hamilton, Jonathan Platt, and Willie Evernham. So we got a team of 2, and then three solo teammates up there. Up in the front, first team with Kevin Foster racing with Straight Tequila. If you like it like that, drink it straight. And then Paul Owens right behind him, racing with Angry Angel energy drinks. And then
a lot of drink products.
Say that again?
A lot of drink products.
Yes. And then we also have Christopher Hamilton racing with Monster Energy drinks. Or Monster Energy. Substitute
Can't
driver.
go wrong with an energy drink, even though I don't drink them.
Yeah, I have to pace myself with those. They can really get you sometimes.
I've only think I've had an energy drink like twice, maybe 3 times.
Me and Randall had a huge conversation about what 5-hour energy is.
Oh gosh.
It's not. It's a shot, not a drink.
Yep.
Yep.
That's what I came up with.
I know. I agree. I think it's more of a shot.
Was that during Bathurst when we talked about that?
It might have been.
I think it was Bathurst. When was that?
It was core at Pocono.
Oh, you're right. It was Pocono. That was the Daytona prototypes at Pocono. That was a good race. I like that one.
That was a good race. We argued for like maybe 10 minutes about it.
Yeah, went on a little too long, but definitely worth it.
It was worth it. Came to a set agreement, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, exactly. All right, waiting for those lights to go away.
Yeah, this is gonna be a. Oh no, it might be a 3-lap shootout because this should be the one to green this time around.
All right, for everyone in the chat that is being active and texting, who do you think is going to be out of our top 3 the person to make first place? Is Kevin Foster going to be able to hold it? Is he going to get away with first place on the first race of the first season of the Indy Series? Or is Paul Owens going to be able to beat him, or Christopher Hamilton? You know, we do have Jonathan Platt rolling up in 4th, I believe, so him and Willie are viable contenders to get in there. You know, so out of the top 5, who do you guys think is going to be able to punch their way through and take away that first place? Paul Butler going with Kevin Foster. Kevin Foster, the champion of the gladiatorial ring a man to keep an eye on, a master of all cars.
One thing I think is going to happen is I feel like Kevin Foster is going to get a great jump, but I think he's going to be too far out ahead where he's going to get caught up by the pack even quicker because they're going to be able to have such a big run on him with all the draft.
Yeah.
Yeah. I believe that was you, Gawker, putting in the guy that crosses the line first.
Yep, that was me.
Yeah. Smart ass.
Born and raised.
All right, looks like we have 2 votes for Kevin, 1 for anyone that makes the line.
So that's still Kevin. So
I'm gonna say Jonathan Platt. He's been pushing real fast. Or we saw Christopher Hamilton wake up there. So I would say those 2 are my choices for taking it away if they take it away from Kevin. We'll just have to see how it goes.
if I really had to choose one, I think Kevin still have a good enough of a start. I think no one's gonna get close to him.
Yeah.
Because he controls the start.
Here we go. Pace car's off. Looks like
Oh, the wrecking!
Oh no.
Oh, there you go.
Yep, and the caution is out. We're most likely going to go green white checker for that.
Yeah, I think we're going to overtime.
Yep, that is correct. Let's go ahead.
I think Hamilton did not get going on the start.
No, not at all.
And Jonathan Platt on pressure tires right in the rear of him there.
Yeah, he had a ton of grip on that restart.
Yep, and for the quick caution so you can see what happened. Oh, Jonathan Platt jumping into Paul Owens' rear. Or was that Paul Owens or Willie? Let me run that back one more time.
I think it was Willie.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
I thought Willie was 5th.
No, it was Paul Owens. He stabbed into Paul.
Yeah, it was.
Boom. Yeah, he guns it and jams into his tire and catches his teammate.
Paul doesn't get a great start at all.
No.
I mean, Jonathan just had a beautiful start right there. I mean, he's able to see that inside. He's able to see the race leader much easier than Paul, though. But heck, Paul got a really bad start right there. Now looking at it, I wonder if he spun his tires.
Possibly. All right. I believe this is going to be a green-white checkered. Or we're 1 lap to go. It might just be 1 quick lap.
Yeah, he didn't go at all. I wonder if he was just sleeping possibly or something on the start.
Paul Butler being Nostradamus predicting the future. We'll have to see how it plays out now. This is going to change the whole field. Christopher Hamilton's still in there. Looks like I think that was Terry Conda's getting a lap. Or a wave
Well, Jonathan, is he out of fast repairs now?
I think he is.
Yeah, he is.
Yep. That is a tough break. Well, my pick is out, so I'm going to go pick someone new.
I'm going to stick with Christopher Hamilton if anyone's going to steal it away from him. But you do have Joshua Builder up there, who we haven't really seen do much, but, we're talking about 1 lap. He might gun for it.
I think I'm going to go with Joshua.
You already know who my pick is. Whoever crossed finish line first.
All right, should we bring anyone into the booth before we go green?
Let's go get Jonathan from the infield care center real quick.
No, we'll hold off on that.
All right.
Ooh, have you brought in Kevin Foster?
No, we haven't.
No, yeah. Let's get the race leader in here.
Kevin Foster, if you're listening, you're going to be chosen to be the one and only to come up into the booth.
It tells your strategy.
Yeah. I'll let you guys ask him some questions. Hey, Kevin, this is Booth. You copy?
10-4, buddy.
I believe Jaden and Jimmy have a question for you.
All right, Jimmy, want to start it off?
Go ahead.
I have nothing.
Oh, yeah, nothing. All right, I got something.
Nothing. Yeah, you did.
All right, so you're coming on a green-white checkered finish in overtime, right?
10-4.
So are you going to try jumping the start early? and let them have that huge draft advantage on you, or are you just gonna try to stick with them possibly and try to hold them off by blocking?
No. As soon as the pace car dips off, I'm out of here.
Alrighty.
Back there.
If anyone hears that, I'm joking.
Yeah, everyone. As soon as the pace car goes, I'm out. You know, just thankfully I got my teammate lining up behind me in third. And, you know, this feels good to be out front. I think I've been out front close to like 80 laps. So
yeah, you've
actually
good. Let's find out. You've led a total of 84 laps. Good call.
Feels pretty damn good. Yeah, I was a little skeptical coming into the season about, you know, running these cars. I don't have much experience in these cars, but, you know, I'm in my home state here in Texas. So let's bring it home.
Definitely, man. And Paul Butler says that he's rooting for you.
All right. Wish Paul Butler can make it tonight, but, you know, he has some issues with the internet. But, you know, as always, next week, boys, we got one to green here. And
you got it, man. I'll put you back.
Later, guys.
Thank you, Kevin.
Good luck.
And there we go. Kevin Foster, the champion of the gladiatorial ring. The one, the only.
Maybe Kevin Foster's told us to reverse psychology, but then reversing that, but then reversing that.
No.
But also reversing that, but then reversing that again.
Jim, you're getting too in depth here.
When they go green, Kevin hits the pedal. He's always been like that. He likes to lead the front, and he'll be up there. And for anyone out there that wonders why I keep saying he's the gladiatorial champion, there's a running joke on that I've been trying to. I typed out a long message on and tweeted iRacing in it where they're talking about the Coliseum race. I think that was Bristol for all the pros, and I was trying to get Kevin an invite to it. So I typed out a giant introduction for him being the gladiatorial champion for the Coliseum.
Sadly, didn't work. I'm guessing.
No, it didn't. But we're going to start up again this week, so hopefully we'll get him an invitation eventually.
Heck yeah.
All right, here we go. Pace car getting ready to drop off. Pace car's off. Kevin holding. Flag out. He punches.
Went a little later.
Uh-oh. Josh clipping the inside.
No, my beak. No.
And Kevin leading the way. Look at him go. Let's jump into his rear cam. And looks like Christopher Hamilton, and I think that's Bryson Clark trying to gun him down right now.
Here comes the run behind him.
Oh, Talladega blocking here.
That's Bryson Clark and or is that?
Yeah, it's Bryson Clark and
Carl Handwerk and Christopher Hamilton. One to go. He left the bottom open.
Oh man! Bryson Clark sneaking past him. Carl Handwerk trying to get that same spot. Getting close.
Down the backstretch for the final
They're taking
time.
a run.
He's pushing to
Here
get that spot
go
for him.
3 wide.
Oh my gosh!
He's got to cross him over to get there.
Oh!
Behind.
Kevin diving on the inside! Oh! What a finish! Oh no! Oh
They're
my gosh!
Huge!
1/1000th of a second.
Oh my gosh! Wow!
1/1000th of a second.
I think we should see that again. Let's roll that one more time.
Am I seeing that right? 1/1000th of a second.
Wow!
I'm gonna slow play that for us.
What a finish!
What a finish! Try to pull a Jimmy Johnson move at Talladega there. Tell you what it looks like.
All right, here we go.
Gosh.
Into the live scene. We're gonna go a little slower so you guys can see what happened.
Kevin Foster in the grass.
Nose to nose. Carl pushing Bryson. What a finish. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
That was awesome.
That's how you like to start off the season right there.
Yeah.
I just can't get over how close that was.
And Bryson Clark still alive out on the track. He's got quite a bit of damage, but I think he's going to start doing some donuts. Yep. No wings at all. He is a free bird. I mean, a clip bird.
Literally won by the cone piece on the nose.
Yeah. That is an amazing finish. I'm gonna get a picture of that. Wow.
That's going on the gram.
Yeah. What a finish. Great job, Bryson.
Top three were separated by 33 1,000ths of a second.
All right, let's pull these guys up so we can do the interview. All right, once again, before we pull these guys into the interview, we have Bryson Clark first place, second place going to Carl Handwerk, third place Kevin Foster, fourth Christopher Hamilton, fifth Keith Calhoun, sixth Terry Condas, seventh Paul Owens, eighth Jonathan Platt, ninth Joshua Billiter, and then Willie Abraham taking up 11th, and then Nick Nickerson Willie taking 10th, Nick Nickerson taking 11th, and then so on and so forth. All right, first we're going to take in our third place. That's going to be Kevin Foster. Kevin, you're in the booth.
Yeah, I'm in the booth.
What a dive. Wow. You had him get around you, but at the same time, I saw you make that dive for the inside, just trying to get that extra nose on him. You guys looks like you were 0.033 behind him, and then Carl was 0.001. That was an insane run.
Yeah, I knew I was going to give the bottom up to Bryson getting into 1, and I didn't know the 18 was down there. Kind of screwed some things up.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? The Swin de Azzo Indy car here, it led the most laps. It was out front on night. It was a rocket ship, and it wasn't the best on restarts, but overall, fantastic night. Great kickoff to the season. I mean, 0.001 for the start of this new season. Fantastic. And I just want to thank everyone out there watching. Thank my beautiful wife downstairs. Thank Jay for coming on board and sponsoring the car for the season. And man, I'm excited and I can't wait till next week.
Me too. This is going to be awesome, especially with you guys at Lime Rock. Is there anything that you're going to do a little bit differently this week, maybe to prep yourself for Lime Rock?
Well, road courses are not my strong point. Definitely going to put a few hours in practicing, and hopefully I can get up there and battle with Nick and Chris and Carl. Those guys seem to have it on their road courses, and always fight for fourth. But hey, anything can change. It's a new car. It's a new season.
Exactly. Jaden, Jimmy, do you guys have any questions?
So, pulling away early on that start, I mean, I saw you started a little later, but do you think that probably could have affected you with them closing in so much on you in the backstretch?
Maybe a hair, but overall, these cars have such a huge suck up. There's nothing I could have done. I've been running the top side all night, and I don't know, if I can go back and redo it, maybe it'd be a different outcome, but overall, I'll take.
Alrighty, congratulations you on that spot. That was awesome to watch you.
All right, buddy. I appreciate you guys hanging out with Moose there. And if he gives you any trouble, just
All right, man. Thanks again, and I hope you have a good night.
All right. Thank you, guys. Bye.
Bye. All right. Next into the booth is by... was that a tenth? No, it was a hundredth of a second, I believe. 1,000th of a second. My bad. Carl Handwerk. How does it feel to be 1,000th of a second slower than first place?
I thought missing out on the pole by 6,000ths of a second would hurt. Oof, it gets worse. My butthole still puckered a little bit after that last lap.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Oh my God! No, that was an awesome finish. I mean, even I'm guessing that's Kevin there on the inside. I'm looking at the pictures here, and even back to Kevin, it was probably only a freaking not even a tenth. So that's an awesome finish. I mean, you literally can't get any freaking closer than that. So I was just telling Bryson, I was really surprised that I actually even had the little gap in between those guys, because I figured Bryson was going to block the bottom. I didn't think Kevin was going to basically give me that much room. I thought he was going to kind of push me down behind Bryson, so at least it was going to essentially come down to him or Bryson. But once I seen that gap, I just floored it, shot it, and hoped that it would stick and I would get a good enough run off the turn 4, and I think I would have if I didn't. I think I had a little bit of bump from Kevin from behind coming off of 4, and it just kind of upset the car just a little bit. And if it didn't, I could have stuck close to Bryson and maybe won by a thousandth of a second. But what a finish!
Yeah,
awesome.
That was an insane finish. As you went down on the inside, Kevin said that he wasn't expecting you to be there, so I think that's what kind of maybe shocked him. He was trying to give you a little bit of space, not trying to wreck out right before the finish.
Yeah, and that's what you'll get with with a lot of these guys in here. They're going to race hard, but they're going to race clean, and I'm really glad that happened, and we got a chance to have the finish that we did, and it looks like at least on some people's replays the paint showed up. Unfortunately, on my screen, I was looking at everybody being either black or white or something crazy. So hopefully you guys got to see some of the paint schemes that Josh did, because he worked his off to get these done, and it sucks that trading paints kind of had to screw with him.
Yeah, I got lucky and I was able to load up all of them but Willie Evernham's. So we got pretty much everyone out there with the paint scheme.
Awesome. Definitely. Yeah, he deserves it. I mean, he like I said, he worked so hard and as quick as he did to try and get these done. So that's the least they can do is let them show up for this race for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, for the team, I'll take it. Monster Energy coming home with a second and I guess a faux fourth with Chris Hamilton. So definitely a big shout out to him, and a good choice for me to pick him in place of Eric, who unfortunately got screwed over a little bit. But we'll come back next week and try and make it 2 podiums.
You got it, man. Jaden, Jimmy. You guys good?
I had a question, but I cannot think of it.
All right. Well, Carl, is there anyone left you have to thank before we say good? We move you out of the booth.
Just want to thank these guys. I mean, there was a couple of good runs here that we had some good long green flag runs, and I appreciate that. It sucks that we didn't have a green flag pit stop, but either way, I think there was definitely some good racing out there. Once again, thank Josh and Joka Graphics for the awesome paint schemes. Thank Brandon Nickel for helping out with the logo and all the flyers and everything he does for Core. He's doing an awesome job.
He does a great job with that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, everybody, and obviously you guys putting out this broadcast, and yeah, I'm sure you guys enjoyed the finish here a little bit.
It was awesome. I'm going to clip it.
Amazing.
That was awesome.
All right,
yeah,
man.
I don't know if I want to go to bed right now or just go throw up, but something's going to happen. So
I think you should just go run it off.
No, but just congrats to Bryson. He ran a good race there at the end, and he ran clean. He deserved it. That was a good run.
Definitely. Well, thank you for popping in, man, and I'll see you next week.
Sounds good, boys.
All right, our winner by, I think that's a hair if in the measurement terms, Bryson Clark. What a hell of a run.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to happen, especially, I don't know, early in the race. Unfortunately, I had to use faster repair, and then, yeah, I didn't think I was going to get, I don't know what happened, if Kevin got tight coming out of one of the corners, coming to the white or what,
yeah.
But, yeah. Somehow, I don't know, going to the stripe, I saw Carl go high, I saw him go low, so I was like, well, I can stick it in the middle somewhere and keep it.
Yeah, no, I think it was, Kevin said he was expecting you to come up on the inside, and then he was going to probably like cross over, but Carl followed you and blocked him from dropping in behind and kind of keeping that draft, so he pretty much had, he dropped off. He didn't have anyone to grab onto.
Yeah, fortunately, I mean, we still were kind of through. I just saw Kevin was in the grass there a little bit, but a lot closer than I wanted it to be.
Yeah. Well, still a great run. You had a great race the whole race, going back and forth up in the front. You did get caught up in, I believe, an accident. That was pretty bad, but you got yourself back on the lead lap, and you hammered away at it.
Yeah, fortunately, I got rammed into a couple times. I got loose off the apron, so we had to use fast for that one. But yeah, luckily the restarts caught some people coming out of
the pits.
First little. Yeah, well, the first little grass section right before it right when we went green. So that caught some people. It kind of helped it clear the way for me.
Yeah. Well, great race tonight, man. Is there anyone you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yep. The one-headed winner himself, Terry. He's the one that drafted me, so I'm on his team. So thanks to him. Thank you guys for broadcasting, and then thanks for Carl for putting on the lead.
You got it, man. And go enjoy a cold one with Terry, because I'm pretty sure he's already cracked up on a few.
Oh, we've already started.
Good. Guys living up to your name. That's what I like to see.
Exactly.
All right. I hope you guys have a good night. And once again, an amazing finish and great job, man.
Yeah, thanks, man.
You got it. Later. All right. Jimmy, Jaden, thank you so much for helping me out in the booth. I really appreciate it, and I hope I can have you guys back next week. I hope you guys enjoyed it too.
Mm-hmm. Sure did. I mean, I didn't expect that close of a finish.
Yeah,
that one jumped out at us.
It was a great finish. That was awesome.
Expected, unexpected.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guys, this is going to be it for the broadcast. For anyone that is still watching, don't forget to tune in on Wednesday nights. We're going to have the iRacing short course that has been a big hit with the off-road industry. We have a lot of guys that have been watching. And then we also have a professional commentator in the booth. That's going to be Dave Arnold from the Lucas Oil Series, and he even has done some jet skis and other extreme sports commentary. So he's a blast to have in the booth. And a wealth of knowledge that hopefully I can learn from. And we'll be back at it after that on Sundays and then back to Monday. So, as we go on, we're going to have some more stuff coming your way. Stay tuned and stay with us. And I hope everyone has a good night.